Pop Hater 420.
Yeah. Big baby. I said I float like a butterfly, I sting like a bee. I've been having conversations with a bunch of nobodies, and you could tell them what's
Dapat i-close out. Yes, rain or shine si De La Rosa.
Yes, 15 points
Oh,
already.
look at this.
Kelly.
Curtis Kelly. He's gonna go. He's gonna go.
Yeah.
He's got 11 points.
The game brought to you by Rexona High School Plus Anti-Stain.
Johnson pinalik.
Johnson. Pasok ka, Paul.
Yes, kanina pa.
With some shining moments. De La Rosa should be one of the candidates, I'm sure. But Magnolia's still behind by 4 here. Halalo, loses. Oh! It's not how long you've struggled, but when do you strike?
It's not over.
Now, what's up, everybody? You now tune in to the Hey Now podcast, a conversation with a bunch of nobodies, episode 10. It's your boy Kev. We go down the line. You got it in this.
Kirk Kelly, you. Jennings, beloved. Shaq here.
Also, I want to give a little special shout out, to the fans that we got. My man, Fee, Black Fee from the Heights.
It's my
Baller.
guy.
If you play ball, you know who the fuck is Black Fee. James, Feldin, what's his middle
Drake,
name?
Shane Battier.
James Shane Battier Feldin is in the building. Fresh off a chip. You hear me? Fresh off.
That's coming.
Ring the bell one time for my man. Shout out to my man Trop. He ain't showed me love the first time, but he came through.
And he's wearing that Just a Kid.
You feel me? Shout out to Just a Kid. Shout out my man Ant. That's my guy. You feel me? Came back with some muscle. That's
Shout
my
out
man.
to Drew.
Shout out to Drew, Fame NYC, man.
All day, cut the check.
So we're gonna start off a little different. One of the reasons why I kind of created this was kind of like to have a platform to talk about certain things that I normally talk with my friends and shit. So one of the things that I actually want to talk about, we started is the youth and kind of like the direction that they go into. The reason why I say the youth is because I work, with kids, with Jennings, and recently I had one of my students got shot and killed. And I actually went and saw him in the hospital when he had the coma. I was gonna go back to the hospital, and that's when his mother told me that he passed away. And then to top of that, we had that young rapper,
XXX.
XXX,
Just right.
That's that Haitian thing, Florida thing. And that was
That shit was crazy.
I was a whack death. Shout out to Fee with the phone ringing. But yeah, man. Now it was just unfortunate. I know a lot of people was not really like trying to pay any respect, because of his past. But at the end of the day, that's a young person, and that's a young person who lost his life. So instead of us, trying to bash, the youth, we gotta make a effort to really like try to connect with them and try to build with them, because we losing too many of them, and it's just an unfortunate situation. So I just wanted to start off with that. I don't know if any of you have anything to say in regards to the youth. I know you do.
They did.
Let's Kurt, and then we go down there and then Shaq and finish it.
Well, I'm sorry about your man. Sorry about your little homie that got killed. It's the streets, Streets are sometimes dirty, and there's no love there. So it's real unfortunate that your man got killed. And with the extension, I feel like with him, he was young, but he was such a talent, And people with that type of talent, I feel like
Misunderstood?
Nah, like I feel like they can change people's lives. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like. I feel like you have to preserve guys like that. Even though he had his past, he did a couple things, but his music and the things he tried to express
He was only 22.
was trying to save people's lives from depression, and you know, sadness, suicide. Like he was trying to like change the world with certain ideas he had about being sad and how to get over anxiety and different things. Like he was like smart and all that. So I feel like kids like him, you know, that's doing something with their life and trying to better their lives, you gotta preserve them, you gotta protect them. Take a village though, you know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy that in the hood, it's like a crab barrel. So much hate involved, so much people trying to climb on top of each other that, you know, we get caught up in fucking around and killing somebody over petty shit, you know, and it shouldn't even be like that, you know, but rest in peace both of them, man, for real. The youth gotta be preserved, we gotta watch over and protect the youth, and we gotta do it as a village, for sure.
Facts. Right on. Gabby?
I think it's fucked up. They did catch one of the guys already, you know.
Yeah, right.
Instagram be doing their job, boy. The cops don't even need to do no jobs no more. They're getting paid for nothing right now. They just getting paid to kill us right now.
That's a fact.
Jennings?
Well, beloved,
I'm getting crazy, bro.
you know what?
Stop me before I got it crazy.
I share his sentiments. Okay?
Beloved.
I'm gonna be responsible.
Okay.
With your young student that got killed, and you know, with XXXTentacion, you have your Tekashi 6ix9ine. We're a little older, so there was rules in the streets.
Cold, yeah.
We knew what to do, what not to do. We didn't disrespect OGs. There was no trolling. And I think a lot of these young rappers who are trolling for attention, for likes, for views, you know, it's a dangerous game. So, I mean, young people need to be aware and mindful of, you know, what they say, because we can all do whatever we want, but we don't have the option to pick our consequences. Life just doesn't work that way. So, it sucks that this young person had to somewhat be a sacrifice, but I hope it does invoke change in terms of how people moving forward, you know?
Yeah.
Brother Shaq?
Yeah, I agree totally. That's basically what I was gonna say. You know, the youth is something that we don't cherish the youth at all anymore, and it's sad that they have to learn these lessons themselves. We had OGs that taught us. We knew the code. It was because people showed us the way. Because as they got to a certain age, they weren't worried about themselves. They was worried about the youth. We live in a state where there's 40-year-old people that just care about going out and taking pictures more than they care about their kids. You know what I'm saying? You got
40-year-old men taking selfies.
You know what I'm saying?
Strange.
Like we just in a time where teaching the youth is not something that is,
People value?
Exactly. So, you know, with this young man and I hope the situation with your student is not the same. Like, that's just a tragic loss of a student being in the street, and I feel for his family. You know what I'm saying, for having to go through that, and you for having, you know, I know how that's affecting you. But for the young artists and just for all youth in general, the lesson is, you know, life is short. No matter what's, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen. So cherish it, and you know, take heed, because and know that you guys don't have what we had. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta work 10 times harder and protect yourself 10 times better.
That's right.
I
Let's
know.
try to get a little happy.
Yeah, I know that. I'm switching it up right now.
Yeah, hold on. We got, can we have a toast real quick? I meant to start it off with a toast.
Okay.
To our 10th episode.
10th episode.
And shout out to James for actually coming for the 10th episode. Hopefully
Hopefully he shows up for his own episode.
You know, hopefully we can get him to come.
We
You
got some
know,
more Henny, yo?
you know.
We got
We got a little water in there. Hit that water. Hit that dog real quick.
That's what I take to the face. So I know he's ready.
Yo, shout out.
What we gonna do, Shaq? Shaq, what we
Ooh,
gonna do,
that's that engineer shit. Yo, you know we still recording, right?
Yeah, we good.
Alright,
Alright, so We gonna switch it up real quick. I want to switch it up.
Shout out to my man Alfredo in the building.
Shout out to my man Alfredo, fresh off work too. You heard? Lit, live. You heard? Lit.
Fresh out the barbershop.
Saving lives. You hear me? Saving lives. That's what the fuck we need. So we gonna switch it up since it's the NBA draft.
Oh yeah.
Gabby,
Kevin Knox, welcome to New York.
No, I really don't want to talk about the Knicks. I was
the Knicks.
Yeah, we talked about that last. I actually want New York.
Even the crowd was out here saying
I live in New York.
Knicks.
I live in New York, but I'm not a fan. But listen, I wanted to talk about so Puma is back out. And the last time Puma had something to do with basketball was when Vince Carter came out. That was like the first. It
was like 9 months he was
it only lasted like a year.
Then he went to A1.
Them shits was hot.
And you know what's crazy? That Puma called me the other day and they wanted to sign me and I was like, yo, nah, B, I ain't even with y'all like that, B. But I do got like 8 pairs of Pumas though.
Niggas ain't got time for lies real quick. So now,
I'm lying. I'm a fraud.
So what I was gonna say about Puma went and got Jay-Z to be creative director of Puma.
That's the
and then so now and they also got like the first. They had DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, also
Rudy
Gay just recently signed.
And my
Skylar Diggins.
Yeah, Porter just signed. I think it was yesterday. Now I wanted to ask you, Curtis, because I know when you was in Rice, and in UConn and Kent, I know sneakers, you know, was something that was something big, you know.
Free.
Yeah. No, even though.
Yeah, you heard.
Cash used to. I know Cash used to have the heat. You and Souls had some shaky joints, but how you feel about the whole heat? Nah, James had some bullshit and hate. But
first of all, I kept my joints just fresh. You know,
you was fresh?
They still there.
When I wore my joints, I wore when I went out. Cash was like, he's like, fuck it, he can throw them on in the game. You know what I'm saying? So he had all the fires. But it's about money now. You know what I'm saying? Money is the main source of it all.
So you think they really? Though one of the reasons why they decided to go to Puma was because maybe they was getting more money off I guess they was offering more money than what Nike and Adidas and another
Well, I think the money is probably for sure one of them. I think also the opportunity to like help a brand expand and have their name a part of that is another piece.
And also being with Jay-Z.
Yeah, and then I think, you know, you sit down with Jay-Z and you talk to him, you know, and he's telling you like, yo, this is what we can do. It's the opportunities and business opportunities you can get done. Who would say no? You know what I mean? Like it's like meeting with Jordan. For Jordan, it's like you can't walk out of there and not say yeah. You know, but I think nowadays it's a $1 million business. I don't know, you know, how the kids are in high school anymore. You know, it used to be Under Armour, Nike, and then Adidas. When I was growing up, it was more Reebok. Reebok was taking care of the ABCD thing. They had their own lot. And then Nike and Adidas was straight. You know, I mean, Adidas had like a good group of guys that they represented. But I was always a Nike kid. And, you know, they just send me different sneakers and all that. But nowadays, it's different, you know. They probably sending niggas fucking 10,000 in a sneaker box.
We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that, champ. We gonna get into that. Gabby, so I was gonna ask you. So do you think that more players are gonna gravitate not to like Puma because like they say they have like a Jay-Z doing like the creative decisions regarding it? So you think like more players are gonna be like, yeah, I'll fuck with Puma?
Yeah, you know, the results gonna speak for itself. If they come up with some fire kicks and they players that signed to them is doing well, you know, the money gonna grow. Once the money grows, then they triple the bag. It's just how it goes. You know, like Under Armour, you know, Curry brung much money to Under Armour, they had to throw him stupid bread.
But nobody don't wear Under Armour regardless.
And you know what's crazy? The only player you know on Under Armour that's getting it is Steph Curry. That's it. Like,
there's one more though,
Nike
right?
got like 6 of them.
They probably got other.
No, they got one more Under Armour. Somebody good, bro.
Baseball and football. Cam Newton and Brent.
Yeah, Cam Newton, yeah, Under Armour really, I think, started from like football.
No, they started from football,
stuff like that. So
they got baseball.
Yeah.
I actually wanna, Gabby.
Yes.
I'm actually gonna skip you real quick. I want to speak to Jennings regarding Puma because I want to say about 3-4 years ago, Jennings actually wrote a proposal for Puma basketball sneakers. Did it written up? Shit, I got the shit. Like
You have it.
I have it. I can
High level decks.
High level.
Show him after. Show them after.
So that means that
No.
you gotta skip me and go show
No, because I want to.
No, we gotta give context. We gotta give context.
Yeah, context.
But my view is 2 minutes long.
No. Don't worry about your view right now. We'll get back to it.
Dirty, my nigga.
So he had this whole thing on Puma, like basketball, like sneakers, marketing, everything. He brought it to some people and they laughed at him. They told him this was bullshit. You know, Puma will never step into the basketball world, like it was
Or a lifestyle brand.
and
not
now,
what we're doing.
so Jennings, my question is to you now that you see this, that Puma's about to take over, how you feel about that? And let's keep this, to a minimum.
I'll try. So Puma, I think they owe me money
Facts.
because they have the deck. They have it. We had an inside guy that was supposed to present. And one thing I learned, have stuff in writing because corporations will take your lunch and eat it.
Now you understand.
Okay, so I've been upset because people have been texting me like they're teaching me something and I'm like, you got the deck like 3 years ago, right? Okay.
Maybe
So,
longer than that.
so creatives often have a tendency to be ahead of their time. And then, corporations tend to want to stick with the status quo, so they don't want to buck the system. As for Jay-Z, Jay-Z's a black man. I'm for black and brown people progressing and making decisions, but I'm a bit skeptical. I'm over 30, you're 30. Are you over 30?
I'm 30. Yeah.
Okay, everybody's 30 or over. What Jay-Z represents to us doesn't have the same representation for someone who is 16, 17, 18, or 19.
I think they know better.
No, Jay-Z's for
It's like with Jordan, niggas are still getting Jordan. Niggas ain't never seen this nigga play.
No, for the high school kids, Jay-Z's like the cool old uncle or the cool granddad.
That's a
like, he got swag, but
All you need is the high school though, cause that's where the money is at.
but the high school kids, they listen to a different demographic. They listen to a younger artist.
But all right, I feel you.
They listen to Lil Pump.
So all the little somethings.
Lil Uzi
So
Vert.
for me, I want to see what the strategy is to actually move product. If you notice, they haven't signed any guards. They've signed forwards or big men. Historically, no disrespect, Curtis Kelly, great player.
I understand.
Big men don't sell shoes like that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Guards sell shoes. Okay? So you have the Nike EYBL circuit, you have Adidas Gauntlet, you have the UA circuit. Do you guys think Puma is going to be able to lure a Nike kid, an Adidas kid, or a UA kid to say, yo, you know what, come play on our team? And who are they going to play?
If the players do well, yes.
I think Jay-Z
pay them well.
makes that happen.
There's one thing you're forgetting. Jay-Z has a reputation of LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? He basically, he's seen him. Our generation seen him, Jay-Z walk LeBron James through that. And the younger generation is gonna know that.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible.
He got that.
But I want to see what the rollout looks like.
And
If they're trying to just bank on celebrity to sell the product, I don't necessarily believe in that. I want to see what the strategy is. Are you going to invest in AAU? Are you going to sponsor hood tournaments across the country? Are you going to have camps? What is the strategy?
Gabby, go ahead and we go show.
the strategy.
That's good.
Oh damn!
Let's do what? Say that one more time. Try again. Try not to spit on camera.
No, say it for me. Say it for me. Yo, help me.
The strategy.
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 Drew.
The strategy. Wait, we're gonna take a pause soon. The strategy to all this is people might not know Jay-Z, but you gotta remember
The millennials.
it is basketball, right? But you gotta remember who else is with Jay-Z. Meek Mill. And Meek Mill adapts to the younger audience. Everybody fucks with Meek Mills. They like Meek Mills. And Meek Mills is into the basketball scene and he's into the rap scene. So he's about to grab rap, basketball at the same time. He's thinking way ahead of basketball. He got Meek Mills that goes to Philadelphia 76ers game. They see Meek Mills and some Pumas in the Philadelphia 76ers game.
Meek Mill's not with Puma anymore, but maybe he'll go back now.
He's with Roc Nation, and he still wear Pumas.
Yeah.
And that's how they gonna grab the younger audience.
They got Davies.
Davies been in a few ads.
What I wanted to talk about real quick was I don't know if you guys read about that article that came out on ESPN recently about Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson recently came out and he suffered a little bit of depression because he felt that every team he went to, like the coach was trying to control him. They was trying to basically they didn't let him be himself. And you know he had trouble with that. He also said how Larry Brown used to call him a little shit. You feel me? And
Coded language.
You feel me?
Coded language.
He actually went up to the office and was like I need you to stop calling me that. You know. And supposedly he was crying, and Larry Brown still said still call him a little shit. So I wanted to ask you, coming up, you know, in New York City, you know, being one of the top players in the city, actually #1 player, big man in the city. You know, it's one of the top players in the country. Did that ever say that again, country. In the country, you know, country, you feel me? Not New York, country. James want me to say that again, country. Shout out to my man Will with the hookah.
Will with the hookah.
But did at one point, you know, did some thoughts like get to you like, damn, yo, like my game is not really there, like, you know, like with the coaches, did that ever like bother your game? Like, what I'm trying to say is, you ever get frustrated to a point that you feel that you can't do like what you normally do?
Yeah, I mean the game of basketball is mostly about confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's mostly about. If you're confident, you can do some of the most amazing things that, you know, your hard work and skill set allows you to do. But with that, I think the coaches just be. When Nate Robinson, he was a role player, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't starter team, he wasn't the highest paid player. So when you get to situations like that, you know, every coach gets someone or got someone that they kind of like leans their frustration or, you know, talk about. But that probably be the player that they like the most of the time. You know, just don't. The ego and the money or the talent just don't add up to the player. So I'm just talking about with Nate Robinson. With me,
I was going. Let me jump into something real quick. Did you ever feel that way when you was at UConn with Calhoun?
Yeah, every day.
Did your confidence?
Yeah, every day. I mean, he didn't do it like maliciously, but his persona and the way he is as a person, he's very demanding, and he gives it to you kind of like hurtful. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how Calhoun was. You know, he's a genius of a coach, and he's a great person, but some people just flip in the mold. You know what I'm saying? Like you see people like Kevin Garnett before the game, he goes crazy, he hits his head against the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people just do certain things because they persona and they who they are just have them do. So he was always kind of like quick at the lip and say some of the crazy shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Let me hear something.
One of the craziest shit I think was I don't remember who. I think he was playing Indiana and it was against DJ White. Shout out to DJ White, played for Indiana, but he was actually doing well that game, and they put me on him or whatever. And he was playing the 4 at the time, I think, and he scored like 2 baskets in a row. So I just got in. Calhoun subs me right out, sits me down, and was like, so is that your best friend? That's your man? Like you like to suck his, like he said some crazy shit. Like I ain't gonna say. He just said some.
This is the Hey Now podcast. Give us the unedited, uncut version. What did Jim Calhoun say?
I ain't even gonna ring the bell. Go
Hall
on.
of Fame coach Jim Calhoun. What did he say?
I ain't even gonna
What
ring the
did he
bell.
say?
I'm gonna let him say it. I'm gonna let him say it.
You already overseas.
Hey, listen, that shit wild,
I ain't
bro.
gonna tarnish my man, but
He
you know, he
wildin'.
gets crazy. He gets his mouth is like, he gets crazy. But the
Is that the worst thing you heard him say?
The word, it's
That
not
time?
that. Like when he talk about how someone's doing on me or how I'm playing, and he curses me out and say that wasn't the hurtful shit. The hurtful shit that really got to me was when, you know, he make you like he say shit that like question you, like he'll say some shit like why did I recruit you? Like this is like middle of the game. Like we sitting down middle of the game. Like I just did something bad. He like, why did I recruit you? Like why did I bring you here? And I'm looking like,
Yo.
you know what I mean? So. But real shit, that's how the real world is though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how raw the real world is. So if you could get over that, then you can get past anything.
Everything else
like
is
everything
easy.
is easy. You know what I'm saying? You get past someone telling you like you know, like you gotta think at that time I probably didn't. My insecurities got a hold of me, but you probably know, like, come on, what you mean, why did you know? You cool because I'm nice, nigga. What you talking about? Like, put me back in and I'll show you, like, you know what I mean? And that's what they want to see, because at the end of the day, they push you back in and you do your thing. All of a sudden, they come up to you, okay, yeah,
What have
good
you done
job,
for me?
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's big money when you talk about establishments like UConn, Syracuse, and big coaches like that. I think at some point. Oh shit, yo, wow. I think it's
Kurt just messed the ups too, man. Come on.
I think this at some point, you know what I'm saying, like the money become like their job. It's their job, you know what I'm saying, their livelihood. You know, they got family to take care of and all that. So if you ain't doing a job, you know, they gonna say whatever it takes to get the best out of you. If they recruited you and they want you to come to their school, it's just a part of coaching. It's just a part of different personalities. Every coach is different.
Or you could be like me, and when the coach disrespect you, you throw your basketball shorts in their face. That's what you do. I did that.
To the
Ask
youth,
my man, he was on my team.
to the youth listening,
James, I
that
did
is
that?
not that is not what
James, did I do that? Yes or no?
All right, we got a little sidetrack, you know, but we're back.
Good conversation,
All right,
sidetrack.
so now we're gonna get into our guests. Curtis, Kelly, Shaq, you good?
Nah, I'm smacked.
I'm smacked.
All right, just stay with us. We almost there.
Hey now.
Just stay with
Hey
us.
now.
Just stay with us.
Hey now. I got bars after the show. You already know I'm about to blow. And your shorty giving me the heady mo.
Yo, my nigga.
Cause you know I'm about to flow. My bad, darling.
All right, come on.
I'm just ready. Y'all done? Let me know when you're done.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready, Kat. You ready, bro?
So like I was saying, man, we gonna get into our guest, Curtis Kelly, who for a lot of you young ball players coming up, he's a person who you should know. He was actually, like I said, the #1 player in New York City, and I'm pretty sure he was
Number one player, #1 big in the country.
You know, he's a player, you know, came out of Rice High School, you know, got your zone, got to play with a lot of, you know, interesting fellas coming up. So we're gonna dabble in a bit on a few things.
Can I get a little question?
First off, we're gonna do that, but when we get into the questions then.
Oh, do your thing,
Fucking kid, yo.
Straight player from the Himalayas. Hey now.
So I wanted to ask you, when did you get into to basketball?
I started when I was like 13 years old. It's funny because Edgar Cash and a player named Terrell McKenzie, who's OD nice.
Terrell.
All three of them came to my 7th grade championship game for my middle school, and they came with one of my coaches, Coach Dwayne. And they was recruiting me or whatever, basically. They was watching over me and recruiting me. I played bad that game. They laugh about, you know, one day we speak to Egg and Cash, you'll hear them laugh about the shorts I was wearing, and my outfit was, my gear was not up to par.
How tall were you when you was 13?
I don't know, I was tall though, man. I was one of like the biggest kids in my class for sure. I was dunking for sure at 7th grade.
7th grade.
I couldn't even touch that net in 7th grade.
I couldn't even do nothing else.
Still
I
can't
couldn't do
touch
nothing
that.
else.
That's a fact.
Just lay up and dunk. That's all I could do. But yeah, they came recruit me or whatever, and they told me, you know, Coach Dwayne said I want you to play for the Gauchos. Edgar was there, Cash was there, Terrell. And I started to, you know, come to their practices, and then it just popped off from there. It skyrocketed after that.
How was that dynamic playing with Sos and Kashif Pratt? You know, because sometimes I think at one point you guys were considered the three-headed monster. Pause. So it was kind of like, you know, it was kind of like high school big three in a sense. You know. So how was that?
It was a blessing, man. I wish that, if one thing I regret, it would be not going to the same school with them. That would be one of the things if I could go back, I would probably do. And it's just because, you know, they just had a nice balance. The balance was just right for me. You know, my talent shined more playing with them too, right? And just being around them also. You know, Edgar's the workhorse. He gonna get in the gym at 7 in the morning. He gonna work as hard as he can. And you know, Edgar was a kid where he was like 5'5" or some crazy shit where he was like in 8th grade. He just shot up. I don't know if James remember, he shot up and got tall in 9th grade. And he was just such a hard worker, always positive, always funny. And Cash was the glue, you know what I'm saying? Like everything, I feel like everything in high school came down to Cash. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that led us. He was the one that kept us together. He kept that unity. He was like our biggest glue. A lot of people joke on Cash and say, you know, why was he so respected and all this, that, and the third. But you gotta know basketball to know how nice he was, you know what I'm saying? You really gotta be like a basketball head to know how nice Cash was. The dude that could play the 4 through the 1, and he could play the 1 like a point guard and play the 4 like a 4-man. He's like the Draymond Green before Draymond, like, and he was not even that tall.
He was actually skinny too.
Yeah. And then more than that, he was young and let us. Like, he'll talk to us. You know, if me and Sos get into it, he'd be like, both of y'all shut the fuck up. Like, let's go. Like, y'all bugging. Like,
shout out to Cash.
Shout out to Shaq Pratt, man. Legend in his own right. Like,
And
he
still
deserves
doing his thing, yo.
Exactly.
Helping the youth.
I got a few questions, but Gabby, I know you had something that you've been meaning to say.
What's up, bro? Talk to me.
Right now, honestly though, I gotta remember what was I.
So you was bugging me for a question and you forgot. I should have gone right there.
Yo, we been deep, bro. We just, you know what I mean?
I'ma think about it.
Jenny, you got any high school questions? You know.
I have a few questions. I'm not from New York City, but I'm a basketball historian.
Right.
So, growing up in Massachusetts, I followed the rankings, who's who. I knew you was at UConn. What was your recruitment process like, coming out of Rice?
It was interesting, you know.
They was throwing you the bag.
Did your rank get paid for a couple
the bag
months?
was getting thrown. Yes, that's right. But we get
no indictments.
Nah, but it's too late.
It's too late.
That ship is sailed.
It's out now.
The cat's out the bag, girl.
Yo, for sure the bag was on the table. I mean, it came down to like who they was recruiting also. You know what I'm saying? At the time, my top schools was like UConn was up there. I like Texas. I really like North Carolina, but they didn't like me as much as I liked them. And it was some other schools, but my main joints was UConn and Texas. I fuck with them heavy, you know what I'm saying? And at the time,
why you didn't go to Texas?
I don't know, you know.
It was far.
And me, I shout out to KD, man. Shout out to Kevin Durant. He signed there first, and I didn't want to really follow it. But if I would have thought about it, how, like, you know what I'm saying, you think about shit, like, niggas could play with him, you know what I'm saying? But to me, he was like competition. So I was like, I'm not going where one of my biggest competitions is, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go to UConn where they was going to bring in a lot of freshmen, a lot of young guys, and we was going to get it right. But so I chose UConn. Plus, UConn was just close. They took in most of my games. They was like on me.
Yeah, I actually do remember a game when y'all played in Fordham. I actually do remember Jim Calhoun
he
actually
pulled
going
up.
to the game.
He pulled up. Yeah, we watched that joint. and I didn't even play good, but you know, he seen attributes that was like astonishing to him. He's like, yo, I love your like pause, your length, and you know the way you move at your height is like crazy. So he liked me from there.
So question, you go to UConn.
Yes, sir.
We all know you ended up at Kansas State.
That's a fact.
Okay. So this is a 2-3 prong type of question.
Yeah. Okay.
What made you?
Go ahead, you got this.
What made you reach a point where it's like, okay, I'm leaving UConn, and how did you end up at Kansas State?
But before you answer that, you had a better career at Kansas State than you had at
Nah, that's a fact. That's like triple it. But the question that came down to me was, you know, this basketball shit, politics and fraternity. Like, you got the right connections, you could get a workout or you get pulled into anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it was like UConn. I was scared to leave that. That was the only thing I was scared to leave. I knew Jim Calhoun could put me in a place if I did decent, could put me in a place where I can go to the A. But he wanted me to wait my turn. And I wasn't with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my man Jeff Adrian. Shout out to Jeff Adrian.
Jeff Adrian. Yeah, I'm a Boston kid.
Yeah, he was starting a 4-man, and Jeff was nice, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really play ahead of Jeff. I could play some minutes, but he wasn't gonna start me in front of Jeff. So I had to wait my turn, like a wait my turn thing, and I wasn't with it. So, you know, one summer I sat down with my coach Jules Allen, and he was like, basically like, yo, what you want to do? You know, I got some people at K-State, and they was trying to recruit me at my freshman year when Mike and Bill was there. After my freshman year, they tried to recruit me or whatever. And I told them, nah, I'm going to play it one more year and play my sophomore year and see how it go. And I spoke to Frank, and I was like, I'm with it. Like, I didn't sign to K-State off rip. But when I spoke to him, I knew that there'll be other opportunities out there for me if coaches that be feeling me, want me like him. So I just left. I was like, yo, I told Calhoun, like, I got Kimba for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not like,
time out.
Yeah.
You said something very, I got Kimba for you. Unpack that. What does that mean, I got Kimba for you?
Well, you know, Kimba was being recruited by UConn heavy. And when he came on a visit, you know, Kimba know me well, and I told Kimba, I said,
Rice, right?
Yeah, Rice family, OD. I told Kimba, I said, yo, if you come here, you going to the NBA. Like, no question, like, you going to the NBA. You McDonald's All-American, you come in. And then Kimba's question was, so why do you want to leave? Like, why do you want to go? And I told him, you know, it's just complications between me and Calhoun. I got to wait my turn for Jeff, and I ain't with it. But it's different for you. Like, the point guards that you'll come behind is leaving. So you'll have your spotlight by your junior year. Crazy shit is, junior year, look what happened.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, everything I told Kimba what UConn was gonna bring him happened. It just took time. I said your first year gonna be your most shakiest year. You got AJ Price there, you got Craig Austrie there. Them two players is good point guards from Cal, and you had Jerome Dyson. So you had to play behind them for a little bit. But Jerome's senior year was Kimba's sophomore year. Kimba started to have highlights there, like, oh, he's nice. And look, junior year, he take over the whole shit. It's his team. I knew it was going to be like that, just by the way I looked at it and how much Calhoun was recruiting him. One thing I say about Calhoun, if he believe in you, he ain't going to recruit over you, though. He ain't going to do that. He going to get a talent that's going to, like, take time to develop, like an AJ or somebody that's going to take a little minute, like a boat ride. You know what I'm saying? No, Shabazz. Yeah, Shabazz is a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Switching it up, so you transferred. Now you was actually the face, when it came to basketball in New York City, you was basically the face of it. So how much did that like fuck with you that you was actually the face of basketball in New York City, you in UConn where, you know, you're supposed to play, and then you say, fuck it, now, you know, I'm transferring, you know, to Kansas State, and Frank Martin, he's a great coach, and I'm sure, you know, you still had to deal with, you know, with some attitude and some mind games.
For sure.
So, like, how was that process?
It was tough. It was tough mainly because of where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real shit.
Not a pressure.
Coming back
when you
to
say
New
where
York,
I'm from, where exactly?
New York City. Coming back to New York was like, you know, it's different from being in Yukon. You still that dude out there. You still whoever you want. You want her? You know what I mean? Come get, fuck with me. Come on, like you still that dude out there. But then coming home to New York, you step out in the street ball parks. You step out anywhere. It's a New York City got such a vibe that's like you gotta be built different to come out of this shit. Like you come home to North Carolina or something like that, or maybe even Boston. People gonna show you love just for the fact you was on TV, ESPN. Like, yo, give a fuck how many minutes you play. You play 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Yo, I seen you on TV, bro. Good job. Keep it going. Like, you gonna do better. New York, it was like, yo, oh, you bum ass nigga. I knew you wasn't gonna be shit. You like you gotta prove to me, nigga. Like you ain't do shit last year. You do shit. Like it's just. And I don't think. I always say shit about people, like I don't think certain shit be malicious. I just think it just be the energy and attitude of people.
It's just New York City.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, it's a different
if they're
vibe.
not doing good, they don't want to see you doing good.
Yeah.
The only niggas that want to see you doing good is the humble niggas and the niggas that is already
that's doing good. Facts. So with some niggas I was coming to street ball car, it wasn't the same love I was getting. You know what I'm saying? It was like I fell off. That's why when I transferred to K-State and I did my thing, it felt good to come home. I came home and played that whole summer. Nigga, like fuck is that talking? I went to Elite 8. I killed. Nigga, I averaged like 18 in the whole tournament. Like, what's up? Like, what y'all talking now? Like,
so you feel a little bit of redemption?
Of course, you know what I'm saying. I call it the sacred revenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain people that be hating and talk about you bad, you build success and then that's your revenge, you know. But it's sacred, it's holy, it's not a bad revenge, it's not hurtful, you know what I'm saying? It's a revenge that you getting back at somebody, that you proved that was doubting you. It was just different coming home, but that was the hardest part, coming home and dealing with what people were saying and how they felt about me, and you know what I'm saying. But I was still coming to the parks, I still did me. I've been doing that since I was 16, coming to parks doing me. I wasn't gonna stop.
I got a couple of questions.
I got one.
Gabby, go ahead, because if Gabby don't go, he gonna forget the question if we don't got time. Gabby, go ahead.
Are you planning to play street ball this year?
I'm gonna do a little bit of Pro City. For me to come out in Dykeman and all that, it'll have to be like an inside like court game, like maybe a rainy day or something.
The knees,
somebody
right?
call me,
The James knee.
Niggas gotta preserve, man, like the James knee.
Patrick Ewing, that's my man.
Niggas gotta
Nigga got
preserve,
haraka
man. I'm
knees.
trying to play some at least
Haraka.
35, 36, and the way my shit is feeling right now, pause. Nah, I can't do the concrete.
One more question. You've been playing overseas for a whole lot of years.
Yeah, 7 joints.
Whole lot of years.
Yeah. How does it feel like to have your moms like, you know, good? Cause I'm sure your mom's is Gucci right now.
Yeah, she Gucci.
How does it feel to just like you raised me, like this is your turn, like listen, I got you.
It feels good, you know. It's a process, you know what I'm saying. Like niggas ain't millionaires, you know. So you gotta be smart, you know how you move. But anything my mom's needs, she good, you know what I'm saying. My mom is set up with money. Yeah, my mom's is set up like that. Like she don't want it, like you know. My mom's. I used to live in 1250. I still live in 1250 Grand Concourse in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying. That's where my mom's live. You know what I mean. Shout out to the Concourse.
Shout out to the BX.
You know, shout out to the Bronx. You already know. So I've been there since I was little. I want her to leave. Like, yo, where you wanna go? Like, nah. She like, yo, I'm working hard. I gotta get this retirement money. I gotta do my, I gotta get my pension. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I follow her lead. Like, all right, that's what you wanna do. Well, when you ready, let me know. So on my end, I just gotta be ready when she ready. You know what I'm saying? But as far as whatever she need, it's whatever she need. You know what I mean? Whatever you want, type shit. But it's a blessing. You know, like. That's what we do this shit for. That's what we work hard for. Like, take care of our family, look out for the people we love. And it's a sacrifice too. Being overseas, that shit is.
Yeah, I actually.
Be your family, James. No, you be away from family for like.
I don't want to.
That nigga James
get lonely, boy. You could be killing, you could do whatever, but
go home to nobody.
You be thinking like, damn, like you see people getting older, people, you know, be passing away, like it's different.
I'm sorry to cut you off real quick. cause the last shit that you just said, people getting older, and there's some people that died. That those moments that you missed. When I was in Florida with Sos, that's like one of the things we spoke about. Cause I'm like, I fuck this 9 to 5 shit, whatever. And Sos was like, yeah, I totally understand, but the times that I'm away overseas, I'm missing those moments with the people I care about. Like my mother's getting old. I'm not seeing that, you feel me? Nigga, your birthday keep passing, nigga, I'm not there. There's certain moments that, yeah, we grinding, yeah, we ain't working 9 to 5, yeah, we hooping, but there's a lot of, sacrifice that goes into it. I actually got a chance to live with James when he went out there in Spain the first time, and that shit was different, There was times where it was just me and James just looking at each other, my nigga, for hours. Just looking at each other, bro. No music, my nigga. Just
I went there for 2 weeks and
nigga like this.
There was no weed, bitch. I was fucking sick.
It become like
that's depressing.
It become like a everyday routine, my nigga. You go to practice, come home, and it's the same shit.
Nigga,
you go cook dinner tonight. You gonna go get something to eat at a restaurant, or
James had me.
And that's it.
James was making the cold ass pasta, my nigga. Like,
yeah, I know the nigga was cooking
pasta meat.
You ain't got nothing to do
every day with the pasta meat. Every fucking day. 2 weeks. Pasta meat. I said, yo, James, I need some lobster. I need some octopus. I need something, my nigga.
Nigga said lobster.
I love octopus.
Calamari type
Yo, James, that octopus in Spain is the real deal. Evander Holyfield.
Niggas used to bring that shit like
that.
I hate that shit.
Yo, cause they put that little thing on the top of the octopus, my man, in Spain, and that shit be just like tasty, racy. Tasty, I'm coming. Come on, okay. Not yet, B. Not yet.
Since bouncing off what Gabby said, you playing overseas, right?
Yeah.
Each country that you go to, is it kind of like a cultural shock? Like is it different? Like, I was just asking James about Serbia and stuff like that, so he's like,
for sure,
is it
man,
different? You
sure.
Coming from the Grand Concourse, Rice High School.
Shout out to the BX.
Fortunately, but
for sure, man. I mean, I played 4 years in Israel out of the 7 years I played. Other teams.
How was Israel?
Oh, it's lit. Y'all gotta pull up just to pull up. Tel Aviv, Israel. Shout out to Tel Aviv, yo.
Tel Aviv.
You gotta pull up just to pull up, bro.
It's nice like that?
Woo, it's beaches.
James, you been to Israel?
The woman, I mean, shit. The women, the club life, everything is crazy. We gonna take that and let know, like, you know what I'm saying? We'll keep that on the low, but yeah,
we gonna delete that out the show, my bad.
When he asked him?
Yeah, we all got somebody, that's all I'm gonna say. But
they got abortion clinics out there?
Yes.
Wow, they definitely do. It's Americanized out there. You got good food, good women, good beaches, good drinks, good
life.
How's
the weather?
Weather's beautiful. It's like
I'm gonna say, was you able to get into something like anything like cultural from it, like kind of like take a little?
Well, being overseas, period. The main thing I got from overseas is the peace. You know what I'm saying? Being peaceful. I'm from like hostile environments. You know what I'm saying? Where like 3 o'clock in the morning, you hear niggas yelling, cursing somebody out, gunshots. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm from. So to be around atmospheres where 3 o'clock in the morning, it's pure quiet. You walk outside, it's like mad quiet. It's crazy. It's 12-year-olds that be over there sometimes walking outside at 11 o'clock at night. And ain't because their parents ain't disciplined. It's because you can trust the environment. You know what I mean? I'm not from that. Like good parents, at 10, 11 o'clock, they're like, come upstairs. Like they worried about you.
And that's funny you say that because some of these places you're talking about, they would think those are hostile environments.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's Kurt Kelly.
So,
go ahead, Jenny.
So Curtis Kelly, #1 big man in the country, cause you make the decision to leave UConn and go to Kansas State. From an analytics perspective, that works better for you. You finish your college career on great standing. So tonight we're filming this specific episode. What's today's date?
The 21st.
Today's the 21st, and tonight is the night of the NBA draft. What was your draft process like?
It was a whole bunch of working out, and it was a lot of talking to people, a lot of decision making as far as my agent and shit like that.
Who did you end up signing with?
I ended up going with, at first I fucked with I forgot this dude's name, but
That means he didn't make an impact.
This nigga Kirk Kelly
he
forgot
was
the
he was
sound.
tough. He was good, but he was under umbrella of a big
A bigger entity.
Impact, basically. I think.
Okay.
Was it Impact? Nah, it was something else. He was under a big agency or whatever, and I was gonna sign with him, but the reason why I didn't sign with him was because he had a lot of different clients he was looking at, and I didn't want to be under someone that was
Had a lot of people.
Yeah, had a lot of people under their belt, you know, at the time. So, you know, I wound up going with Nick Losos. He's like a big time overseas agent. He got like $1 million players overseas and shit like that. And the reason why I signed with him was because during the time I was coming out, it was the NBA lockout.
Okay.
So basically the NBA wasn't having, they didn't have an extensive summer league. They didn't have
no training camps.
Yes, none of the camps.
No workouts in the fall.
None of that shit. They had none of it. They only had basically the workouts before summer league.
Okay.
And they didn't even have a summer league. So I signed with him basically because I wanted to go somewhere good for my first year, and then see if I could get back in the league. That was the plan at first.
Okay.
James, I want you to shimmy on this question. Move back and forth. Oh, you want to get on camera?
Yeah, you gotta get on camera.
Why not?
But this is not his show.
This is not the James episode.
At all.
He got green eyes, so he just wanna, you know, people to see his face.
It's about Kirk Kells.
But I wanted to ask you, what was your mental when you signed that contract and you're like, all right, I'm about to go to a different country. I might not know the language. Like, what was your mental, you know, going into that? And James, I want to ask you the same thing because, you know, you was in the Heights, went to school, and you know, in Hayes, in the Bronx, you never really stepped out of, you know, New York, you know. So like, once Kells answer this question, I want you to answer it to get your opinion on like your mind frame, like mentally, like what was you thinking, like what was going through your mind?
What did your mom tell you?
Yeah, you know, like
different
how you
things.
felt, you know.
I mean, at first it was nervous. I was nervous, and the main thing for me was this is like in my like the highest height of me being excited. You know what I'm saying? Like being happy to sign somewhere, being happy to go somewhere. So I wasn't even thinking about the time like, oh, I'm gonna be spending away from my family for 9 months. I'm gonna be out here doing this. I wasn't even thinking about that at the time.
You saw
Just think about the money.
I saw dollars, and I saw like, yo, it's opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was excitement. And then when I was about to leave, of course, I was a little sad. I'm about to leave the country, but you know, it's a culture shock when you get over there for sure.
James, I guess they shout me out.
Nah, I mean, it was different. You know, I went to Spain my first 2 years, and
you had people visit you too.
I left. I was so used to, you know, living with my mother and my brother. You know, I had a lot of people around me, always being with people, going to school with Gabi every single day. You know, and then I didn't realize when I first got there, of course I was gonna have American teammates, but you dolo most of the time. Like they got families, they not rookies, they come out with people. And I went out there dolo for the first 3 months. So I was like nervous and I didn't know what to expect, bro. Like it was just a shock. And I was there like, damn, it hit me sometimes like, yeah, do I wanna keep on doing this? Cause you know my first 2 years, I mean, real talk, I wasn't making that much. You know, I came from a small school. I wasn't like Kurt, no highly ranked.
Where'd you go to school?
Quinnipiac in Connecticut, which is a small school. But I led the league in scoring. I led the team in scoring. So I had opportunities, and you know, it's different basketball over there too. At that, and they wanted me to score, but it wasn't like, yo, give you the ball and just play. So I had to learn the system. The only good thing was, you know, I speak a little bit Spanish, and in Spain, it helped me a lot.
Definitely a little bit of Spanish.
And then,
just a little bit.
And then, you know, and then Kev, hey now, he came to, you know, I convinced him to come stay with me after he graduated for 3 months, so he could experience it. Because if I was experiencing myself, I wanted my family, my friends to experience it. My brother came to visit me. My mother, Gabi, came for 2 weeks. That was his graduation gift when he graduated college. And that was another big thing. Shout out to that. So it was, you know, it was big. I'm happy
Still
that I did it.
Like it, but it's alright.
At first I was nervous. I was like, yo, I don't know if I can do this for shit. I'm 8 years in. I was like, I ain't gonna survive 8 years, no way. Now I'm just like,
Now you
shit. When I'm going back, like now I'm used to it. It's like.
Shit, even you, Kev, you went out there. You was doing your thing out there a little bit.
He wants to go back. Like every country I go to, he wants to go back.
Because it's just it goes back to what Curtis was talking about with it being, you know, it's slow. You see things differently. You can actually think. You feel me? People are more, in a sense, a little bit more respectful. You know, they don't have that aggression.
And
you
to
know?
go off that, I know how you are, Kev. Like you are a thinker, and you want to be alone, and you want to analyze a lot of things. And over there,
that's perfect for Kev.
Bro, that's perfect for anybody that's like going through something or
life.
You know, in New York you live the fast life. Over there, shit is not fast at all.
And listen, Kev loved it. For me, it wasn't the same experience. It's facts. It wasn't for me. It was not the same experience. I have fun. Don't get it twisted, because I have fun no matter where I go. But it just was. I'm so used to the city. I'm so used to going to the clubs. I'm so used to turning up. I'm so used to the noise at 3 in the morning, and over there everything is quiet after a certain time. It's just all different. So for me, I'm turned up.
My thing is like Kirk can say this, like right now off the top of my head, I only can name 3 players from our class, because we came out the same class in high school, that's still playing overseas.
That's crazy.
And we all mad cool, all best friends. And 2 of us is here. So you think about that,
and niggas was nice.
And you got to think about, Kerr was top 10 in the country. I wasn't even top 50 in New York City. And niggas is in front of me don't even play no more.
So a lot of hate was going on.
But that's just, you know, just.
We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that.
Well, y'all look, listen, hey now, all love, you know.
That shit crazy.
We got another show. It's my man Kurt.
My nigga.
We still over here getting this guap,
brother.
Stop over there trying to show your eyes.
Like, see, like stories like that be crazy to me, bro. Like niggas that come from like not being ranked, not being like top this, not being top that, and they go overseas and just bag out. You know what I'm saying? That's
because people think
that's wild.
Niggas think that shit is easy over there, right?
Nah, it take a certain like persistence, bro. Like mentally, in order to be successful over there, and to come from where James came from.
Sometimes your checks ain't coming on time.
Nigga, sometimes, and then they still want you to perform. Like they still be putting pressure on you to perform and do well, even though they paying you.
Overseas
shit is different, bro. I be telling young kids all the time, like,
crazy.
Oh yeah. Speak to the youth, man.
It's a dirty business for one, and then the second line, you're away from your family, so you're dealing with that shit by yourself. When you got your agent to help and all that, but when you dealing with different personalities of people that's you're not in their home, like you're not like they're not from where you from, like you in their home. You know what I'm saying? They have a certain power over you, automatic. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of teams, a lot of people will take advantage of that. That's why it's a blessing to find a team that's like gonna look out for you, gonna treat you respectful, pay you on time. You know what I mean? Like,
are there teams like that?
Yeah, there's teams out there like that.
Have you ever played for a team? Have you ever played for a team?
Yeah, I played for a couple. I played for Po Tel Aviv. Shout out to Po Tel Aviv. They would pay me.
Yeah, Tel Aviv.
You know what I'm saying? Melikshah, Turkey, Melikshah University. They paid me all my bread, and they like looked out for me, my bonuses and all that. So it's just certain clubs that you play for that's gonna look out for you. But then you meet some clubs that's gonna be like, fuck, like, yo, I'll pay you next week, my nigga. Like next week come, you like, yo, listen, I'm not coming to practice if you're not gonna pay me. Like, no, don't do that. Come to practice, and your agent even tell you like, nah, don't fuck up your money. You don't come to practice, they could like void the contract. Like, it's dirty, man. It's a dirty business.
How did you feel when, let's say you was playing, you know, you got cool with a player, you know, with your teammate, and then the nigga gets sent home? Cause when I was with James, I actually got cool, you know, with some players, and then I asked James like, hey, what's such and such? He said they let him go. So how was like, how did you kind of like adapt to that? Did you feel like some kind of pressure, like you always had to perform, or?
Well, it depends on where you are. You're gonna be comfortable, you know, where you are. I mean, I'm sure for James, like for example, when he went to his new team, he wasn't as comfortable as he was with his last team. You're a new country, new management, new everything. But if you go like, you probably sign for like two, like same team, play there for like 2 years, right? You play, how long you play for the team you play for in Spain?
Connecticut 2 years and then, in Spain 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years in Panathinaikos, and then before you play another 2 years with the team, right?
In Spain,
Yeah, shit like that. Okay, second year you probably comfortable, help you play better, help you focus more, all that. But it's tough, man. You know, it's a business. You know what I'm saying? And not more than that. Like, it's nothing like the NBA, nigga. We ain't. All the NBA type shit is out the door. We ain't playing by NBA rules. We playing by some whole other rules. Like whatever they say, it goes out there. You know what I'm saying? And they'll figure out a way to. If they want to fuck you, they figure out a way. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is out there. But it's some good sides, it's some blessings. You know
and if you want to sue, it's not even worth it because you probably end up wasting more
money.
money.
Pay $15,000 to sue. You gotta pay $15,000 for the lawyer and agent and all that to sue.
But you get paid in euros.
It depends on where you are, not all the time. Like some it depends on if the place you are has euros, then it's gonna be euros. Like when I was in France, they play with euros. When I was in Italy, they play with euros. That's what they do. It's certain countries that got their own money though. Like Israel got shekels. They got their own bread.
Do most overseas clubs pay your room and board, or
every one of them I've been to? Yeah, everyone I've been to.
That's an automatic.
And they give you only maybe like 2 teams that ain't giving me a car. Like every other team out of the 7 years I played gave me a car. And
Shout out to James, nigga got his license at 28, but he got his license.
And my man got the wheels too. My man be out there in the coupe, you know? My man Driz be out there in the coupe.
Sorry, my nigga, when you pull up in that Benz like a he made me think about this summer, fuck around. He made me think about that shit this summer.
And that nigga Trump mad happy because he know he gonna drive it most of the time.
I have an interesting question.
He don't like that. Trump didn't like that. Trump.
It's true though, nigga. Overseas, 9 months, nigga. Who else gonna drive the car?
I got my own, and she talked to him, I got my own shit.
Yo.
When's the next show?
Yeah. Alright, so I drive it then, nigga. I got kids anyway. They need a car.
Beloved though.
Yeah.
You play overseas. I'm not sure how this works. Maybe you could educate me.
Yeah.
Has another country approached you about playing for their country in the Olympics or in the World Championship games?
Where you where your parents from?
You need my parents. I got one from the West Indies. My father family from West Indies. My mother family is a little bit more just naturally American. But yeah, you need a passport for that to play for like a country's national team.
Do you have
or sometimes they work some shit out for you. You know what I'm saying? Money talk, game talk. If they like you, they'll fuck around. Like it's a dude that playing Turkey right now. His last name is Ali. Actually, he changed his name to Ali. What's son that played for Fenerbahce?
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, his name
Bobby Dixon.
Bobby Dixon, but his name Muhammad Ali. Like he played in Turkey for a couple years, won a chip in Turkey and all that. Somehow, some way, they got it together where they got him a passport. And now he played for the national team.
Do you have
Scotty Wilbekin can do it now?
Huh?
Scotty Wilbekin does it now.
He getting Turkish passport?
Do you have
that takes your bands to another level.
Do you have I know you played overseas for a while. Do you have dual citizenship with
Nah, I wish. If I had dual citizenship, I'd be I do citizenship.
Should have had dual citizenship a long time.
I'll be Euro
He does.
He has dual citizenship. That's one of the reasons why he's litty. Like he killed in Spain with his dual citizenship and moved right up took him right up top. Like, cause you could sign like your team could sign like what 5 Americans.
Yeah, he'd be good.
And then you got like what 3 dual citizens, something like that.
All right, but fuck James.
2 dual citizens.
Shit ain't about James.
Yeah, that's a fact. But quickly though, while we on the topic, crazy story just to knock out, you know what I mean? Like get y'all thinking a little bit. I had a team last year that I played for. I'm gonna put it out there because they ain't probably gonna hear this shit. They do fuck them. But I had a team last year that I played for, and they did some grimy shit where I had a contract under them. I had 2 months left for them to pay me. That's under my contract. It flowed into the summer, so I get paid May. I got paid in May. They supposed to pay me June and July. Right. So I had the deal in the Philippines. With some bands. I left France. I told them I was leaving and everything. I left France and I actually missed like I had like a little party at the end, you know what I'm saying, for teams and shit like that. I missed that. I flew to Philippines. I flew to Israel, stayed there for a week. When I flew to Philippines, in order for me to play in Philippines, it's under FIBA. The team that I play for in France has to sign over, you know, that I'm done with your contract and my rights, and ship it over to Philippines so we be good so I can play. What they did was they was like, they hit my agent like, yo, we gonna fine him for not coming to that last little party or whatever like that. So basically, they fined me for that. Then how they did me grimy was they wasn't gonna let me. They was gonna hold my FIBA rights until I agreed on the amount that they was gonna take away from me, bro. That's how dirty they get over there. That's how like dirty shit.
So you wasn't getting your chicken until you told them how much they could take out.
I had 24 bands left on the table. Say I had 24 bands left on the table. That's not the exact amount, but it's around there. Say I had 24 bands left on the table. That's like 13, 14 a month, 12 a month that I had on the table left. They decided to say, you know what, let's cut that in half. We're only gonna pay you 10 bands. So you lose 14 bands. Like it takes away from you. You can't do nothing. You can't fight it. You can't do nothing.
What team is this?
This is my last team. They did some shit like that. So I had the only way for me to go get right and get the money that I had in the Philippines was to take the damage they was gonna give me for my contract before. James knows shit dirty, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing was, a blessing of God,
James
they paid me all the money
coming back
in the Philippines.
No,
that's
okay,
what
not yet. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It get real grimy, like
That's why you hear like
it get dirty where they tell your crib, they look at your crib and your car and they say when you leave, I cleaned the whole crib out. I washed the whole car. They tell you like, yo, you got damage to this, that, and third. They take away 1,000 euros, 2,000 euros. Nigga, that add up, that's 2,500. That's not like, for us, that's not like 2,500. I can get my mom, I can take my mom, yo, let's go shopping, let's blow it all. They just take that, give me that 2,500. Like, that's how dirty, you know what I mean? And it been worse shit, you know what I'm saying? I had teams do worse shit that make me look at them like, and when I'm there, they smile in your face. They tell you, yo, I love you. Keep working hard, and yo, I'm gonna take care of you. All that. And then when you leave that shit, or you about to leave, and your job is done, they start doing grimy. Yeah, it's all about business, all about money. You know what I'm saying? They trying to do whatever they need to like.
They just using you for that time being. You know,
that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like Sos, for example, he's blessed enough to like. He played for championship teams, so they ain't doing nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? And he may come on here and say they violated him before, but his teams that he played for, they winning chips, so they gonna give you a bonus. They gonna give you all your bread. You know what I'm saying? But some teams I play for ain't make it to the chip, or they ain't make it to playoffs, so they like, yeah, they it's not they trying to pay up. They're just trying to find ways to finesse some bread out of you. They'll find a way, bro. And it's for me, with big business like that, it's petty money. But they don't look at it like that. They look at it like it'll all add up. If I take 2 bands from this player for this player for this, it should add up to 10 bands. If I take it from 5 niggas, you know what I'm saying? So I just say that just to say how dirty, you know what I mean? Niggas think that overseas shit is like all like peachy and glory. Like, oh, he played ball overseas. Like, nah, niggas is grinding. Like, niggas have 2-a-day practices. Niggas gotta get up in the morning, work out. Come in the afternoon, work out. You fuck around and have some crazy coach, you get real turned. The nigga fuck around and run you for, you know what I mean, both practices, like get it in.
Your real friends understand that, but the people that don't know you, they don't know what the fuck is going on. If they ain't never went to visit you, they don't know what be going on. Now, listen, when I went to Spain, shout out to my man, that nigga left me in the club. I ain't know nobody. I don't even want to blow him up.
The crazy thing is, the
James always leaves some. I was left there.
Yo, your man
had to walk back in the fog.
My nigga, I have to ask like for his
in the fog,
like yo, how I get
4 of them? 4 of his girls.
Bro. Nigga, James probably know. I know. Y'all probably know mad players that used to be nice. One day, y'all need to have a dedication show to all the players y'all will rank as the like top 10 like players that no one ever would know. I need to have a dedication to that.
But listen, that's one of the reasons.
Because there's so many players in New York that's like that niggas don't know.
You know, for coming through.
Much love, man.
But what do so another reason why I created this was it was kind of like a platform for the youth because I just feel I always say this. I think I was spoiled when I came up in basketball because when I played I was able to watch and play against, you know, top players. And I was fortunate enough to see, you know, James and Sos work. Like, a lot of people just see him like, if they go out, you know, and they chilling, you feel me? But a lot of people don't see like the back of it, you know, the hard work, you feel me? Like, I was in Florida, Sos just got back Tuesday. Wednesday he was in the gym. You know, people don't see that, you feel me? And that's one of the things, that's why I'm glad you came over, because you was #1 in New York City, you know, it's top 10 in the country, and like, people don't understand that you gotta grind for that, you know. It's more than just recording something on Instagram and having like the latest sneakers. Like, you really gotta like wake up and like put in work. So like, what do you have to tell more like the youth that's coming up and they wanna, you know, kind of make it in this basketball world, you know? Like, what do they gotta like prepare themselves for?
First of all, I'll just tell them, you know, fall in love with the process. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a process to everything. It's gonna be a progress to everything. You gotta be persistent. You gotta be focused throughout the whole shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of players I met that was nice, but when you mess with their ego or when you mess with their insecurities, they don't have the same love for the game. And another thing I would tell players, you know, don't get gassed. You know, work hard and focus hard, but don't get gassed by the hype and what people say you are, what you say you're gonna be. And all, yeah, all that shit don't even matter. You know, I know a lot of players personally, you know, that grew up and wasn't ranked high, didn't go to the All-American camps, and they wound up making a large living from it. I know a lot of players that was that and fell down to be nothing. You know what I'm saying? James Felden, shout out to my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even Kimber, you know what I'm saying? He moved down All-American, so people think that like. But nah, we talking about a kid who wasn't even top 10 when he was in his sophomore year coming in.
I remember when y'all played, the crazy part is, I remember when y'all played at St. Ray's, I was there. You guys were seniors. Kimber was I think it was a freshman. We freshman or sophomore. But all he was doing was really like playing like defense.
Defense, yeah.
You feel me? He wasn't really like you could tell like he still hasn't hit that stride, and then junior year in high school he just.
Well, I think it's a blessing to that they came across Sos, you know what I mean? Momo Jones and Kimber, you know, they came across Joe. Durant too was under us.
Durant's crazy.
Momo fuck with
But Momo and Durant seen Edgar, and if you watch Edgar and you watch how hard he worked, you know what I'm saying, and you know, I remember Edgar was skinny. They talk about how skinny he was. You too skinny, man. You too light. You know what I'm saying? He came in one summer, nigga. Shout out to Sos. Came, got the creatine, started pumping some weights, and nigga came back like stocky. We like, yo, what kind of drugs? Like, what the fuck?
The crazy part, I did remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga came back yak, bro. You
know what I mean? Like, that's due to the hard work. You know what I mean? And Kimber watching that laid the foundation. That told him that. Alright, if I want to be on this level, I want to be this type of player, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Then when you mix his talent and what he does with a basketball, you know what I'm saying, that's why he surpassed what he was supposed to. And then it's all about confidence also, you know what I mean? At the time, he gained so much confidence from winning and doing what he had to do. At UConn, he had an amazing year, got drafted. But, you know, it's all about persistence, you know what I'm saying? If you really want this shit, you gotta get it. You know what I mean? You gotta work hard on your craft, you gotta work hard on your weaknesses. You gotta focus in, and it's not easy. Like, you know, it's a lot of distractions with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially these days.
You know what I mean? Y'all grew up. You know what I mean? Just imagine what y'all was dealing with the girls and trying to get girls and trying to be a teenager. Imagine that mixed with trying to be a top player and, you know what I mean, motivate yourself.
I understand.
And now you got social media.
And this is before social media. To Kev's point.
I wish I would have thought like that back in the day, because y'all all know me. Y'all know a coach disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect him right back. And right now, I regret doing all that. Because I could have at least gone to like a D3. I could have gone to a D2. I was in D1. I'll keep it.
At least you know your caliber, baby. That's what we do. We know the caliber.
But I could have done D2. I could have done D3.
You better
short D3.
You better than Will.
You would have got an education.
I would have bust Will's ass.
You dog Will.
I was Will don't play no basketball.
Will put your ass in the post.
That nigga right now he would. I'm washed up right now. But listen, what I'm trying to say is.
You're switching the toilet paper, bro.
All right. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes it's okay to listen to your coaches. Like,
It's definitely.
it's I wasn't the type to listen to no coaches.
Nah, you
If
should.
I felt a coach disrespected me, my man was on my team since second grade. In second grade, I didn't make the team. I cried, and my man said, "I'm not playing if you don't make the team." I made the team because my man said he wasn't playing.
So is that when you became the muscle? Once you saw James look out for you, that you was like, yo, I'm gonna take care of James?
I always been the fucking muscle for my man James because I never wanted James to get in trouble. I didn't want him to have to do nothing but play basketball.
Next show.
All I wanted to do was that.
Yeah,
But what I'm trying to say is to the young niggas, listen to the youth,
not the young niggas.
My bad, to the youth. Listen to your coaches sometimes. Sometimes they right. My coach wasn't right, but times have changed. Tom Murray was not right.
Yeah.
Fuck Tom Murray.
Damn, you just told the kid.
Fuck Tom Murray. He's not a coach no more. Coach Lowe's is the coach at Cardinal Hayes now. He's Gucci. He got James to a nice level. And like I just wanted to say fuck Tom Murray. That was the whole point of this view right
Stay
here.
persistent, man. All you young boys, man, stay persistent. Even the young shorties, stay persistent.
And
stay
don't listen
focused.
to everything you listen to,
You know what I'm
cause
saying? This social
everything
media
ain't
shit,
true.
you kill a couple times, you on top of the moon, like you jelly a nigga. You're on top of the moon. So imagine if you stay persistent, work hard in your craft.
Imagine if we had
stay
social
focused.
media though, and back
That's
in
what I'm
our
saying.
time.
Yo, I just like 2 years ago started to really be like a part of social media wave. Like
I just
posting
started.
shit and all that.
I was scared. I just started right now.
Yeah,
the
bro.
podcast got me out my element. You feel me?
We got social media. It's different. Like,
Lot of trouble.
That nigga Kurt would have been in trouble. My man got in trouble.
So listen, man.
I got some shit. It was like boosted me because I done threw on a nigga, posted that shit, and
A lot of niggas
my
was
shit
going
going through the
viral
rock.
too,
You know what I'm saying?
Of course, man.
Yeah, it would have been viral.
So
man.
listen, man. There you have it. It's the Hey Now podcast, conversation with a bunch of nobody.
Curtis Kelly.
Episode 10. Curtis Kelly,
Appreciate it.
James Feldine, Dave Trotman, Ant Warner, Fame NYC.
Shout out to my cameraman, cause without
Shout
him,
out to my man O. He got the sweats on today.
I'm not gonna violate him today.
He got the sweats and some J's. You feel me?
My
man?
guy.
But it's alright, and we about to joke on James' ashy ass leg.
And I'm about to rap after I take a piss.
I say thank you, for coming through.
Much love, man.
But
Appreciate
we'll do.
that.
So another reason why I created this was
For the youth.
it was kind of like a platform for the youth because
Right.
I just feel. I think I always say this. I think I was spoiled when I came up in basketball because when I played, I was able to watch and play against top players, and I was fortunate enough to see James and Sos work. Like a lot of people just see him like if they go out, and they chilling. You feel me? But a lot of people don't see like the back of it. The hard work. You feel me? Like I was in Florida. Sos just got back Tuesday. Wednesday he was in the gym. People don't see that. You feel me? And that's one of the things. That's why I'm glad you came over because you was #1 in New York City. It's top 10 in the country, and like people don't understand that you gotta grind for that. It's more than just recording something on Instagram and having like the latest sneakers. Like you really gotta like wake up and like put in work. So like, what do you have to tell more like the youth that's coming up and they wanna kind of make it in this basketball world? Like what do they gotta like prepare themselves for?
First of all, I'll just tell them, fall in love with the process. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a process to everything. It's going to be a progress to everything. You got to be persistent. You got to be focused throughout the whole shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of players I met that was nice, but when you mess with their ego or when you mess with their insecurities, they don't have the same love for the game. And another thing I would tell players, don't get gassed. Work hard and focus hard, but don't get gassed by the hype and what people say you are, what you say you're gonna be. All that shit don't even matter. I know a lot of players personally, that grew up and wasn't ranked high, didn't go to All-American camps, and they wound up making a large living from it. I know a lot of players that was that, and fell down to be nothing. You know what I'm saying? James Felding, shout out to my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even Kimber. You know what I'm saying? Kimber, he looked down on American, so people think that like, but nah, we talking about a kid who wasn't even top 10 when he was in his sophomore year coming in.
I remember when y'all played. The crazy part is, I remember when y'all played at St. Ray's. I was there. You guys were seniors. Kimber was I think it was a freshman. We used to play freshman or sophomore. But all he was doing was really like playing like defense.
Defense, yeah.
You feel me? He wasn't really like you could tell like he still hasn't hit that stride. And then junior year in high school, he just.
Well, I think it's a blessing to that they came across Sos, you know what I mean? Momo Jones and Kimber, you know, they came across Joe. Durant too was under us.
Durant's crazy.
Momo fuck with
But
me.
Momo and Durant seen Edgar, and if you watch Edgar and you watch how hard he worked, you know what I'm saying, and you know, I remember Edgar was skinny. They talk about how skinny he was. You too skinny, man. You too light. You know what I'm saying? He came in one summer, nigga. Shout out to Sos. Came, got the creatine, started pumping some weights. And nigga came back like stocky. We like, yo, what kind of drugs? Like, what the fuck?
The crazy part, I did remember.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga came back yak, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, that's due to the hard work. You know what I mean? And Kimber watching that laid the foundation. That told him that. Alright, if I want to be on this level, I want to be this type of player, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Then when you mix his talent and what he does with a basketball, you know what I'm saying, that's why he surpassed what he was supposed to. And then it's all about confidence also, you know what I mean? At the time, he gained so much confidence from winning and doing what he had to do. At UConn, he had an amazing year, got drafted. But, you know, it's all about persistence, you know what I'm saying? If you really want this shit, you gotta get it. You know what I mean? You gotta work hard on your craft, you gotta work hard on your weaknesses. You gotta focus in, and it's not easy. Like, you know, it's a lot of distractions with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially these days.
You know what I mean? Y'all grew up. You know what I mean? Just imagine what y'all was dealing with the girls and trying to get girls and trying to be a teenager. Imagine that mixed with trying to be a top player and, you know what I mean, motivate yourself.
I understand.
And now you got social media.
And this is before social media. To Kev's point.
I wish I would have thought like that back in the day, because y'all all know me. Y'all know a coach disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect him right back. And right now, I regret doing all that. Because I could have at least gone to like a D3. I could have gone to a D2. I was in D1. I'll keep it.
At least you know your caliber, baby. That's what we do. We know the caliber.
But I could have done D2. I could have done D3.
You better
short D3.
You better than Will.
You would have got an education.
I would have bust Will's ass.
You dog Will.
I was all you got. Will don't play no basketball.
Will put your ass in the post.
That nigga right now he would. I'm washed up right now. But listen, what I'm trying to say is.
You're switching the toilet paper, bro.
All right. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes it's okay to listen to your coaches. Like,
it's definitely.
It's I wasn't the type to listen to. You feel me?
We have social media. It's different.
A lot of trouble.
That nigga Kurt been in trouble.
So listen, man.
I got some shit. It was like boosting me because I would have threw on a nigga, posted that shit, and
a lot of niggas
my shit going through a rock. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, man.
Yeah, it would have been viral.
So listen, man. There you have it. It's the Hey Now podcast, conversation with a bunch of nobody.
Curtis Kelly.
Episode 10. Curtis Kelly.
Appreciate it.
James Feldine, Dave Trotman, Ant Warner, Fame NYC.
Pop Hater 420.
Get the fuck out of here, Drew. Get the fuck, Drew. It has nothing to do with that. Drew, what the fuck? I said passing. No, he's the worst basketball player, my nigga. I fucking know how you snake, bro. You said it.
No. Point guard. No. Yo, Kemba is a scoring. He's a true guard that's just short enough that you have to play point.
Okay.
After Michael Conley got hurt, it was over.
All right, he's a good passer. After he passes the ball, what the fuck he does?
He scores.
Mike Conley?
Yo, Mike Conley should be in the G League. He should be in the G League. Yo, listen to what I said. Mike Conley should be in the G League.
As of right now, and he's the all-time three-point shooter right now.
Charlotte Hornets.
He deserves it. Mike Conley gets that bread, nigga. Kimber
gotta get triple that shit.
But I said he could get the 150. I said,
no, he don't want the 150.
But I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Why he get 150?
Kev.
Nigga, we want 200, nigga.
Oh my God. Kev.
I know them, but look at.
But that's why he's saying he's not worth 200 because he's not.
He's not super max player. That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
But I'm gonna win. He gotta be number 2 on the team.
Hey.
But I'm gonna win a chip.
Hey, Drew. I need beloved.
Don't lie to yourself.
Beloved.
All right. Say that again. Kemba can never win a chip as the number 1 player.
Beloved.
As the number 1 player.
Beloved. Yo, we digressing.
So what the fuck Mike Conley could do?
So listen.
What can Mike Conley do?
They not doing nothing.
So all we saying is Mike Kelly getting his break.
Fucking lesson and not be a dumbass nigga pay that
Beloved,
bro.
beloved.
He has to pay him. Yes, nigga, get somebody young, get some new niggas in there. Bro, you put 20 million to him, that shit ain't going nowhere fast. It's going nowhere now. He's making like 15, nigga.
Beloved.
It's going nowhere fast at 15.
Beloved.
Nah, bro.
He got no.
Look,
what I'm telling
he's out there on the island by himself,
what I'm telling y'all is, they'll never win giving him 219 million.
Drew. Beloved.
That's a
Can I say something?
Kemba!
Can I speak my piece?
I don't know
Speak it,
about that.
beloved.
You give him some better pieces, he could win, bro.
Yeah,
But
but
you
you
give him
can't give
220,
him
you
200
can't.
You won't let me speak my piece. Beloved.
Niggas get but 2 and 100 mil.
That nigga's a soccer.
Niggas get but 2 and 100 mil, my nigga. Give him that 200, nigga.
bro.
Get that nigga that 200, my nigga.
Can I speak my piece?
You give him the money, right? They win the chip. Who's going there to play with him? Who wants to play with Kemba?
Charlotte not winning no chip.
That's what I'm saying. Yo,
Beloved.
he's number 2 on a winning team.
You don't pay a nigga just for the
Yo,
chip.
beloved.
Bro, you play to win.
You know who's
Yeah,
the...
bro. All these niggas
beloved.
got paid,
You
bro.
about to go in.
Joakim Noah got 80 mil, my nigga.
I'm not saying no
he got 80 mil to play.
Kev, beloved. Do you know who I blame in the Kemba situation? And it's gonna get personal because there's personal relationships here. His agent should go to jail.
Why?
I'm a civilian. I'm not an agent.
Fucking agent should go to jail, get paid.
No. Kemba signed 4 or 5 years, 48 million. You an agent.
That's what it was, though.
Hold up. Anybody who Googles knows the new collective bargaining agreement No, but everybody knew they was in negotiations for another year or two.
No.
No.
He signed it early.
He shouldn't have.
But he
shouldn't have.
Nah, he ain't got hurt. It was before he was an all-star.
He shouldn't have. Yo, Matthew Dellavedova is making more money than K-Walk.
Number 1, you'll never win the chip.
Yo, everybody knows.
That's the part he signed early.
No, everybody knows.
What he's trying to say is his agent should have knew that something was gonna happen the next year or the year after that, and he should have held it downside 1 year and then come through and get a new contract after.
Preach!
He signed the extension with a year.
Preach!
I think he did right.
Preach!
That's what it is.
You understand what I'm saying?
He signed it a year before he was supposed to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why?
Because his agent.
Why? No!
Yeah, I gotta break my legs tomorrow.
Yo, he's making less money than Matthew Dellavedova.
But Dellavedova also
James, you should feel away. You should feel away. You better than Matthew Dellavedova.
But after next year, that shit is 180. You heard?
He gonna fuck down. You was taking that.
After next year, he gonna get.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, what deserves.
Broke the franchise record.
He won't ever win, yo.
He definitely gonna get what
After that point, what you want to
You
do?
better than Matthew Dellavedova, James.
He got a chance. I did.
That's deep. We'll save
Anybody that plays with LeBron stays in the NBA.
And gets paid.
LeBron James
And gets paid.
saved J.R. Smith's career.
And gets paid.
My Time, we on the grind. We here. All my niggas is here. I got Try, I got James, I got Will with
Yo, pop it off, yo.
Famous nobody.
Pop it off,
my
nigga.
man Kurt is out here. My man
Pop
Kevin's
it
out
off,
here.
yo.
Shout out to Drew. Shout out to everybody. We about to
what we
spit
do?
some bars
What we do?
daily. You already know.
shout my man
I caught my man on Bailey. Oh my God, bars. Spit something. Tell me. Talk to me.
Curtis, Kevin.
Kurt Kells, Rocket Bells, #1 in the country. He never fell. Overseas, making a couple dollars. All these shorties, they really trying to holler. But my man is like, chill. I tell my shorty to pay the bill. But I'm still jogging up the hill. Cause I'm trying to make a couple mil. Next.
I got one for you. I got one for you.
Talk to me.
Nobodies.
Alright, nobody.
Nobodies, we here. I started off drinking a beer. I upgraded to the Henny. You already know where the fuck is Jenny. Next.
Ant.
Who got something for man?
Ant.
Ant?
Oh, shit. Ant Warner, Ant.
Who's that?
Ant.
This nigga shit.
Oh shit. My man Ant been twisted before I got here. That nigga drank 10 Heinekens. That's 10 beers. That nigga came in like a deer. Horns out. No fear. Bars.
Will.
That nigga Willie looking real yacky. He been in the weight room drinking Wild Mackie. And you already know he ain't never slacky. So he back his backpack up. Real Jackie.
Real Jackie.
One more.
Trot.
That nigga Trot, I got nothing back to say. That nigga bought me a jersey. I ain't got nothing to say. I passed him the blunt. He said, no way. I said, chill, nigga, I'ma smoke it cause I'm trying to stay.
I'm trying to stay.
That's it.
James,
The
last
bar-
one, James.
My man James though, second grade, ho. I put the toolie out for him.
The
Chill.
What else? What else?
That's it.
Oh.